There used to be a time when you could rely on organizations and on educational institutions to teach you everything you needed to know to be successful in life and at work. In other words, there used to be a time where when you graduated from school, all the things that you've learned would be good enough to carry you around for a long time. And the things that you learned in school would stick with you year after year, job after job, company after company, and you would be set with those particular skills and with the particular things that the school taught you. And if not, your company would then teach you some new things as well. In other words, you were able to rely on external sources to get all of the information and all of the tools and all of the resources that you would need to be successful in life and at work. And today that's no longer the case. Today you can't rely on educational institutions and on companies to teach you everything you need to know to be successful. Which means, who do you rely on? Well, you rely on you. You have to be more accountable over your personal and professional development. You need to learn how to learn. My friend Heather McGowan, who's an author, a researcher, and co-founder of a company called Work to Learn, wrote a series of articles, and in one of the articles she cited a statistic where only 27% of college graduates are actually working in the fields that they majored in. That's around a fourth. So 75% of people who are out there in the business world are doing jobs and are working for companies and are pursuing careers that are different than their major in college. I mean, think about that for a minute. That's crazy. Because our perception, our belief is that what we major in school is going to be our career. So if you major in marketing, you're going to have a career in marketing. If you major in economics, you're going to have a career in economics. I personally double majored in economics and psychology. I can't really say I'm in either of those fields, right? And I'm willing to bet that you may not be working in your major either. 65% of graduates are also going to have to do a job that hasn't even been invented yet. So think about that for a minute. Today, 65% of the people that are graduating from our universities are going to have to do a job that hasn't even been invented yet. How do we prepare for that kind of a world? If you are one of those people, how do you rely on schools or on companies to prepare you for the future of work? You can't. Heather also cited a statistic in her article from McKinsey, which found that 80% of the economy is going to be disrupted by digital transformation. In fact, Heather believes that we should retire 3 questions that we typically ask ourselves, our students, our kids, our peers. And these 3 questions are: what do you want to do when you grow up? What is your major? And what do you do? These are 3 questions that Heather believes we need to just get rid of and stop asking. Now, combine that with the fact that life expectancy is increasing, and so is the retirement age, and you can see why this idea of being a perpetual learner is so crucial. In fact, things are changing so quickly that during the course of your career, you're probably going to have to reinvent yourself several times. I mean, think about it. For most people, their careers might start when they're around 18, 20 years old, thereabouts. And now that the retirement is increasing, the retirement age is increasing, you might be working until you're 70 plus years old. So in that time period, you're probably going to have to reinvent yourself several different times, maybe every 10 years, maybe every 5 years. And along with that process means that you need to constantly learn new things. Now, things are changing quickly now. I expect that in the future, things will change even faster. And you can understand why this idea of being a perpetual learner is such a crucial and valuable skill. When I interview a lot of executives, one of the top things that they keep telling me that they value in their employees is this idea of this having this skill of being a perpetual learner, of learning how to learn. Everything that we have done, from school to the organizations that we've structured, has always been very linear centric, right? It's about the status quo. It's about climbing the corporate ladder. Whereas I fundamentally believe that the future of work is going to be all about creating the ladder for yourself. And the way that you create that ladder is by learning how to learn. Learning how to learn, I absolutely believe, is the new currency for the future of work. Athena and I hope you enjoyed that. If you want more content like that, check out futureofworkpodcast.com. And do me a favor, please review the podcast on Apple Podcasts or whatever your preferred channel is. Thank you very much.